Hi everyone, welcome to Wing-based AI first webinar. This is one of the best AI webinar that you can ever be part of because this is not just gonna be one webinar. We're gonna have like a series of like many more webinars, and I'll be hosting this first one. My name is James. I'm the VP of growth at Wingpay AI, and I want to kind of like know. I think I'm seeing some people on the chat. I kind of like want to interact with some of us already. Can you guys probably put an emoji to signify that you are present with us? I just want to like get your feedback. Please just put some emojis there. Thank you, Wale. Thank you, Ayobami. So right. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining Inplace AI webinar. We are going to talk about AI solutions architect today. An AI solutions architect is one of the new emerging roles in the AI landscape right now. And as we all know, there's a lot of things happening in the AI space. We are literally in another wave shift, just like the internet, maybe bigger than the internet. And if you think about it, like 10 years, 15 years ago, we didn't have like roles like product management or product manager or marketing manager, data analyst or software development didn't even exist. Like if you think about it 20, 25 years ago, right? So all of these jobs that have been created by the internet got created in the last 15 to 20 years. And we're going to have like many more roles that's going to be created in the next 10 years and in the next 10 plus to 20 years because of AI right now. So an AI solutions architect is one of the roles that is emerging right now. And so not just AI solutions architect, right? We're gonna go through a couple of other things, including no code engineering or no code builder. If you check the title of the webinar, it's called From No Code Builder to AI Solutions Architect. Currently, there are a lot of like no code builders already. Um, I kind of like want to engage some other people. If you guys have heard of no code builder or no code tools, you just raise your hand, just put an emoji to signify if you've heard of like no code tools before. Yeah, so yeah, no code tools are very popular right now. Like we have like I don't want to go more into the slide, but we have like a lot of no code tools that we use every single day. Canva itself is a no code tool because before Canva, it was mostly Adobe Photoshop and all of that. But now we are using Canva to easily design, drag and drop design and all of that. So it makes everybody to become a graphic designer. So you can be graphic designer by using Canva. So there are many other tools like that for website building and for app development, which you can just drag and drop and you can build a website and you can build an app. So so this is no code. But also we are gonna talk more actually about AI solutions architect. So yeah, let's go to the next slide where I'll be introducing the team. So the team today of Wimpay AI right now, we're a growing team, but we have currently the CEO and the CTO. So Sam Adekunle, who is the CEO and co-founder of Wimpay AI, they started Wimpay AI in 2024. He started it alongside Elisha, who is the CTO and the co-founder. Alongside me, joining in 2025, I'm the VP of growth. Timothy as well joined in 2025. He is the creative lead at Wimpay AI. And Abdul Wahab is a lead backend engineer, right? We would have showed his face, but he's one of the guys doing everything in the backend. So, yes, what is Wimpay AI? So let me throw this to the CTO of Wimpay AI because this is going to be a very interactive section. So not just me that's going to be talking, Elijah is going to be talking, and every one of you are also going to be talking. Like we really want this to be an interactive section. So even at this stage, you can even like keep down to probably ask some minor questions. But at the end, there will be more question and answers for everybody to actually ask. So, what is BingPay AI? Let me throw this to you, Elisha. Um, I think
All right.
like you have one of the best explanation to what we do.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining. I'm Elisha. I happen to be the CTO of Vinkwe AI. So let's quickly talk a little bit about, yes, the session is meant to be recorded actually, and it's been recorded. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Binkwe AI. Binkwe AI is simply the agentic commerce, the agentic AI for commerce that connects AIs to systems of records. So just think of it as, let's say um, you have a lot of data about your business. Let's just assume you run a retail business, or maybe you sell clothes, some wearables like maybe shoes, sneakers, and the likes. And you really want to be able to speed up how you sell, how you buy, how you sell, and how you give attention to your customers. And then you want to be able to understand your peak periods, how your customers react to your product, and this and that. There are a lot of data that you're already taking note of. So the question is, how do you automate that process whereby you are receiving sales from customers and the likes? So there is this barrier between the AI, which you really want to use to automate your process, and the actual data of your business. So Bing AI is literally that platform that automates or bridges the gap between the AI that you're trying to infuse into your system, right, and the data of your company or of your business. So I'll basically say it's the agentic um, commerce platform that connects your AI to your systems of record. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elisha. Let's
Mhm.
move to the next slide.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna be discussing now what we came here for. Who is a no-code developer and AI solutions architect? I think I've given a backdrop of who is a no-code developer, but is
Mhm.
anybody in the audience that wants to maybe chip in from what they know about no-code developer or maybe AI solutions architect? I will count.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, James. In terms of my understanding of no code, far back 2015, 16, in the early days of, well, not like in the early days when WordPress started, but in the early days of me knowing about WordPress, that was really my exposure to no code early on, where the only way you can actually build a functional website was to know how to code. But WordPress made all of this easier, where you can just do a bit of drag and drop, some simple
Mhm.
installation of what we used to call WordPress theme, and
Mhm.
voila, you just have a website that is actually working. And it wasn't limited to blogging alone, because that was what quite a lot of us used to use it for, even down to the days of Google Blogspot. But eventually we realized that WordPress could do more around storefront, and even different types of web application. So that was my early days of exposure to no code, before we had the likes of Webflow, Figma, people designing on Figma and then being able to deploy it on all of those platforms. And now we now have AI trying to like help um, people to either design or code and be able to make it accessible to users out there. So yeah, that's my little bit of exposure to no code AI solutions. Thank you.
Yeah, that was very well said. Like today, right now, we have like clouds and OpenAI, which you can actually write code literally anything. You could tell OpenAI to generate a code for you or cloud code to generate an app for you and it will do it, right? But
Mhm.
this is not even that perfect right now. So this is where companies like Wingpay AI for sure, Zapier, Webflow, Framer, N8, and they are coming up to actually put that whole process and that whole back end of clouds code and OpenAI to like make it like really good for the average person to actually use it, right? So so yeah, Elisha, do you have like any what
Definitely. I actually
yeah,
have. I was waiting for you to throw that
yeah,
to throw that at me actually. So I think AY already gave a clue to what he understands about no code and AI solution architect. All right. So basically, I would want to summarize and give more clarity to what the subject matter is. When we say who exactly is a no-code developer, a no-code developer is somebody that just wants to build out a product or build out something. The hand is someone that has a technical background, someone that organizes AI architecture, the models. He is able to conceptualize and see how the architecture plays into the entire system or the entire life cycle of the AI products. So from the data section up to the point of the processing of the data, up to the point of you know generating the results, right? So is an AI solution architect is simply somebody that organizes the entire workflow of an AI product, the pipeline, the systemic processes. So an AI solution architect is somebody that to an extent has some technical background, right? But not all AI solution architects actually have technical background, but virtually a lot of them do, but not all. But I believe the purpose of why we're trying to have this is to see how you can move from being a no-code person to becoming an AI solution architect that doesn't really have so much of technical background in terms of writing the code, but you can literally organize your workflows. You can literally organize how typical um, moving parts of an AI system connects with another in order for you to have a fully functional AI solution. Yeah, so that's just my own definition. Yeah.
yeah, very well said, Elisha. I think no code is gonna become. I mean, this AI solutions architect is similar to product manager and technical product manager. Um, and yeah, you will need more technical skills to
Mm-hmm.
be a better product manager. So I think it's gonna be the same thing with AI solutions architect.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, let's move to the case studies. So right now, in this old world of no code and AI solutions architecture, we
Mm-hmm.
have like website builders like
Mm-hmm.
Wix and Framer, which we've talked about already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we also have automation tools like
Like that.
Zapier, where you can use
Yeah.
to um, automate, do automations to connect forms, to
Mm-hmm.
create, um, to assign, to automate like email follow-ups and sales lead and all of that, right? You can all
Mm-hmm.
do that with Zapier.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, go ahead, Elijah. You want to say something?
So what I'm just trying to say is that yeah, we have a lot of automation tools like website builders like Framers, Wix, Zapier, and all those things. So for a typical example, you want to create a website for your restaurant, or um, you want to create a web app for your products, just like AY gave a little bit of description, right? Now we are now in a world whereby everybody is moving towards the agentic landscape of things. So people are not just they are not just building no code tools whereby you are just dragging and dropping or you are connecting this with this, right? The current world we live in right now is literally a world whereby um, people are literally leveraging on AI itself. So AI is going to be the AI is going to be the no code platform. AI is going to be the API. So we're going to have mobile apps communicating with another mobile app just using AI communication. Do you understand? and so many of those things. So what I'm just trying to say here is that just to lay more emphasis, right? We're having Bing Pay as an AI automation tool that can actually automate all those processes like website building, um, you know, mobile app building, right? In fact, mobile apps, in my own opinion, is getting a little bit outdated because if you are trying to build a business whereby you want your customers to come find you to come buy your product on mobile apps, it's a little bit getting a little bit outdated because I believe that people are now buying more on Instagram and on the websites, right? So which means websites, Instagrams are literally replacing mobile apps. And this is where AI is going to be living on. Do you understand? So that's just my own little description of this. Yeah, you can move on, move on.
All right. So yeah, so how do people monetize their skills with no codes today? Um, so there are many ways right now, right? Maybe I will take two and Elisha will take two more. But first of all, consulting and freelancing, a lot of people, I think this is like one of the first pathway for them after they've learned how to use no code tools, maybe on their own or maybe through YouTube or other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
They actually build MVP for startups or for companies that want to use them. They can use um so they can also like automate business processes for
Yeah.
companies and all of that. They can design dashboards and internal tools for companies by consulting and freelancing for those companies.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they can actually build those products and sell it actually themselves, right? A lot of
Yeah.
people that
In
use no
fact,
code tools.
those are pre-existing. Actually, just I'm sorry to cut you. Those are
Yeah.
existing, systems. Whereas you want to build maybe a teaching course, or you want to build a product, like I said, or you want to build a freelancing platform. We have seen people build those kind of platforms today, in the past, using no code tools, right? Now we are now seeing people using AI agents to actually teach, to actually create curriculum, to actually sell products, to actually build products. Like AI, you are trying to you've built an AI for your business that helps you sell on WhatsApp. Build an AI for your business that helps you sell on Instagram. Build an AI for your business that helps you take phone calls and sell, right? Build an AI agent that is helping you take consultation meetings. So let's assume you are trying to you are this kind of person that you get a lot of consultation meetings a lot. In the past, people have always been building no code, you know, using the no code approach to actually solve that particular problem. But the question right now is, in our world today, right? It's no longer you just using the no code approach. It's more about you using the what they call it, the AI agentic approach. So imagine, for instance, the process that requires you to be able to build, for people to be able to consult you for your skill sets, requires people probably chatting you up, sending you a message. You are going to have to ask them a series of questions or a series of information in order for you to be able to know that, okay, they have the right set of information before you consult. Some even go ahead and, charge consultation fee. What am I trying to say? That process can be automated today. So instead of you just building a no code process or a no code platform or a no code solution, right? That process can be automated with AI. You can just literally build an AI agent, deploy it on WhatsApp, and that AI agent literally picks up the conversation, right? It's makes sales for you, it charges the person, books the consultation meeting, and then you don't have to stress. So that's what people do then. And right now, no code is evolving into the AI form of no code, which is you having to build AI automation systems and the likes. So that's just what I just want to chip in. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
You can go
So
ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um this is so how does Winkpe AI help you become
Mhm.
no code developer.
Yes.
Let me throw this question to you, Alexia.
Oh, thank you. So basically, being payer is one of the reasons why we actually built out the platform. We've come to understand that it's a world of it's an agentic world right now, whereby in just simple selling is not just you trying to apply the no code form or using the regular no code um, style of building and deploying for customers. It's now the agentic form of you building and deploying for customers. So we actually built Bing AI in form of as a no-code platform, but in form of you becoming a solution architect for the business that you are trying to offer a service to. And that's the reason why Bing AI is literally for more of people that do not have technical understanding, but to an extent they understand the workflow. So it's more or less like it's empowering you to build like a pro or build like a technical person, right? So one of the ways by which Bing AI helps people become a no-code developer is that we've been able to simplify the whole workflow, right, in form of a no-code friendly interface, right? But in the back end, it's more or less like you are writing code, all right? So the outcome of of the product you are building out of Bing AI is the same as the outcome of the products being built by somebody that actually has coding experience. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. So yes, the next question is where we came here for. So what is now an AI solutions architect after explaining what a no code?
Yeah,
What no
so
code?
AI solutions architect is more tailored. I would summarize it as an AI workflow, right? Somebody that literally understands the end-to-end pipeline or the end-to-end flow of an AI workflow. So an AI workflow is simply systematic um, breakdowns or systematic processes or procedures required for an AI product to function. So um, the AI solution architect of an AI product is literally the systematic procedure or workflow required for that product to fully function. So a person that manages that entire process or that entire workflow or that entire communications between microservices, AI microservices, and the likes is an AI solution architect. All right. I hope I've not been able to confuse
Yeah,
that.
I think you well
Yeah,
explained that. Yeah.
exactly.
So now where does AI fits in the real business? I mean, because right now the AI space probably started late
Mhm,
2022 when ChatGPT came out.
mhm,
So
mhm.
ever since then, like has AI solutions architect been able to be incorporated in real solutions or real businesses?
Yeah, so that's a very profound question, actually. I'll basically say that right now AI should be sitting in your system of record as a business. So as somebody that builds for businesses, you should be thinking of how you can actually help businesses infuse AI into their current systems. We are now in a world whereby if you are not in the agentic landscape, it's more or less like you are being left behind, or you are in the 20th century. We are now in the 21st century, whereby AI needs to be in systems of record, and this is the reason why we've built Bing AI in order to actually enable people who do not have technical understanding on how they can actually build for businesses. Businesses today, they have a lot of data. They have a lot of information about their business. They can some of them have an understanding of okay when their peak hours, the best time to post, the best time to sell. The process they've even been able to set up processes around um, how to sell. All right, but the question now is we're now in a world whereby everything is driven by AI. So how do we empower businesses since they have the data, they have the information. How do we empower businesses to start living in the world in the 21st century, in the AI 21st century? And that is why I would basically say AI needs to start sitting in systems of record. And this is exactly what Bingpe AI helps automation engineers, no code developers, and business owners achieve. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Elisha.
Mhm.
Um, Now, how does Pinkplay AI helps you to become an AI solutions architect?
Yeah, it's actually very, very simple. I mean, very, very simple. It's just you visiting the platform, right? And then, we built the platform to be very, very intuitive and very friendly. Of course, I'm gonna show a demo of how the platform works and how to use the platform. So literally, how Bingpe AI helps people to become a solution architect is that they are we have the section where we call the workflows. So let's say you're trying to build um, let's say you're trying to build for a business, a barber shop business, for instance. Let's take that for an example. So how does Bing AI help you become the solution architect that kind of product, right? So you have a barber shop, you have people that are always requesting or scheduling time. They want to they want to have their hair cut, right? So Bing AI has what we call workflows that you can easily adopt. The workflow itself is more or less like the solution architect to the product, which is the barber shop. Now, there are a lot of workflow templates that we have on our platform, but nonetheless, you as a Bing AI user, right, you can actually create your own workflow. And our system is quite very friendly, and it's no code friendly. You don't have to have so much of technical know-how or technical understanding. So all you have to do is to follow the process, and with that, you're able to build out the architecture. So you following through the process that we've been able to establish, you will be able to architect that particular product you're trying to deploy on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Messenger, on your phone, phone numbers, depending on the medium of communication between the business and the customer. All right. So I'll just basically say the way Bingpeya helps you become a solution architect is through, our intuitive workflows, dashboard that are very, very, the platform is simply very straightforward and very clear. Yeah. So I'll basically say that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have use cases like AI agents for restaurants, AI agents for barber shops, AI agents for hairstylists, AI agents for e-commerce merchants, photographing booking. That photography book is even one of the most funny thing for me, right? A lot of people they want to book photography sessions, right? So the traditional way is that you have to call the person, have a long conversation about, oh, I want to be able to have photography on so dates, and this is the amount, this is this. But the traditional way that's literally the traditional way, but it's a repetitive thing, right? So but now with the agentic landscape and with Bing AI on the go, using Bing AI literally helps photographers literally build their own photographer clone that literally has conversation with people that want to have or take a photography or book a photography session, right? So the AI agent is instructed. I'm most likely going to give a demo around something like this. So the AI agent is instructed to ask critical questions like, okay, when do you want to have your photography session? What day, what time, and then it also takes payments, which of course payment confirms bookings, and then adds it to the calendar of the photographers, so that the photographer can be available. So literally the AI takes payments for the photographer, right? and it also handles, the whole entire workflow. So these are very real use cases that Bing Pay has been able to solve. Barber shop, restaurants, hairstylists, e-commerce. Just think about it. The use cases are quite endless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while you're trying to probably share the demo, like one of the best use cases that I've
Mhm.
seen people using across Moonpay AI is actually the restaurant use case, because we have like a lot of restaurants already using our platforms, a lot of like big restaurants in Lagos using our platforms, and a lot of them are actually connecting Moonpay AI to WhatsApp, to email, to voice. And Moonpay AI actually stores menu ordering, order taking, like pickup and delivery. Like the AI actually talks to the customers when they probably start ordering on WhatsApp, like chatting on WhatsApp and all. The AI agent does restaurant reservations for the customers. Like the AI agent handles like question and answers, like opening
Mhm.
hours, location, promos, discounts, stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
yeah.
it has actually helped like a lot of the restaurant that actually onboarded on Google AI to de-escalate like the number of human intervention that needs to be, because most of them like their main job is actually to sell food, and having somebody to always chat up for order taking or for opening hours, a lot of like mundane questions. Most of them they create the AI agent with AI, and the AI agent like talks with them, chats with them on WhatsApp or email. It's something you can literally replicate in different other businesses if you think about it. Like any business
Yeah.
that requires interacting with customers, like it's really, really what being paid AI has been able to like help a lot of our customers, especially some of the restaurants that have been onboarded on being paid AI. So if you're ready to share the demo, you have the floor, Elisha.
Can you see my screen now? Am I sharing my screen?
And by
Is my screen
me, I
visible now?
can,
Okay,
but
great.
yeah.
Okay, great. So, for instance, if you look at the agent of bingpay.ai/charts, you visit, you're going to see different use cases. As I'm showing this demo, you can actually give it a try to actually even check some of these use cases that BingPay AI is able to achieve. So, like BingPay AI as a barber shop, BingPay AI as a hairstylist, BingPay AI as a retail merchant. So, let's try the retail merchants here. It's quite very public, so you can give it a try. Um, so like I can just say, you know, A or something. Then it's gonna reply. Then while we are doing this, there's also the agent of BingPay.ai login. So I'm actually gonna show like the workflow of so I'm gonna log in with Google. I already have my Google logged in already. So I'm just going to talk about the platform itself, right? Uh, so for instance, now this is a typical use case, which is the retail merchant use case. So I said A. So he said, oh, I found 20 product matches. Which item would you like to view in detail or add to your cart? I can say, okay, do you have a white shirt or blue sneakers? So, this is more or less like an agentic demo, like, it's a typical scenario of the kind of agents that you're going to have. And just imagine this, right? This is just a demo, actually. And I want you to know that the deployment of BingPay AI is not on the BingPay AI web platform. It's actually on your customer's platform where your customers will always find you. So imagine your customer finds you on WhatsApp. You can actually deploy BingPay AI or deploy that. You can actually deploy that agent of yours that you've built. You can actually create a custom retail merchant like this. I'm going to do a demo right now and deploy it on WhatsApp or deploy it on Instagram or deploy it on Messenger or deploy it on a phone number. So let me just so these are different use cases. So it says no white shirts, blue sneakers. So let's just assume this retail shop that BingPay has created does not have blue sneakers. But let's just go ahead to actually create one, something like this. So, like I said, you visit agent.beingpaid.ai, then you sign up, right? Once you sign up and you are here, you are great. All right. So you can go ahead. This section, I have a workspace. You can actually decide to create any other workspace. For instance, you can click here, create a workspace, and say um being paid demo workspace. Or let me just call it being paid AI demo. So once you create a workspace, right? So on creating a workspace, you can go ahead to visit our workflows. You know, there was a question we asked earlier on during this meeting, which is how does Bingpe AI literally make you become a solution architect? This is exactly how Bingpe AI makes you a solution architect. One of the major things about the solution architect is that you are able to create a workflow for your product. So let's just assume your product is um, an hotel reservation. It's just an example. You can actually create workflows, and there is a process here on how to actually create a workflow. So this is how Bingpe actually makes you a solution architect. You can actually go ahead to build manually, or you can go ahead to create from a prompt, and the whole entire workflow is actually quite easy. But I'm just going to use an existing workflow that we already have set up, which is hotel reservation, right? So I'm actually going to create this. I'm going to use this workflow. Now, this workflow is more or less like the entire everything you're supposed to do manually, which is you creating your normal workflows, right? Then you can go ahead to give it a system prompt, or you generate a system prompt. So I've selected a workflow actually, which is a hotel reservation workflow. So what exactly is this particular AI now? What exactly do I want this AI to do? Oh, I want this AI to be able to, let's say, I want this AI to be able to, so can somebody give me an idea? Can give me an idea in the comment section. Or you can unmute your mic and just tell me what the kind of idea you want this hotel reservation to be, this AI to do. So who's gonna give me an idea?
Something around confirm my booking and give me updates on when I'm to check in.
So I guess that's AY, right? So you
Yeah.
are Ayobami AI. I want you you are an hotel reservation specialist for, let's just assume, let's give it Ayobami Hotels. Ayobami Hotels. When customers message you for hotel bookings, when customers message you for hotel bookings, just take the bookings and charge for how many. So let's just assume we have the standard room. Standard room is, let's say, 45 45,000. And let's say VIP room is, let's say, 85,000. So now we are trying to give it explicit instruction. Let's not forget, we actually took a template, which is hotel specialist templates or hotel booking templates, but we really want to customize it to our own style, to our own kind of hotel, which is Ayobami Hotels, right? So the instruction here is you are Ayobami AI. So whenever anybody chats with Ayobami Hotels on Instagram, we are going to connect. Let's assume Ayobami AI is on Instagram and people search for you on Instagram. So the question is, this person, you have a customer that is searching for you on Instagram, and the person wants to be able to he wants to be able to book, right? The next thing is, when they chat with you on Instagram, they want to be able to ask, oh, so, blah, 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 how many hotels or how many rooms are available or what are the available, blah, 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 right? So your AI should be something that is very, very smart. All right. So we've been able to save, we've given it a system prompt. You can even give it knowledge information about your restaurants. Sorry, your hotel. In this case, your hotel, let's say your closing hour, your opening hours and all those things, other informations. But this is a demo, so I'm just going to try and rush a lot of other things, right? So now we've been able to build our agent so we can test, right? So let's try and first of all get to know, hello, who are you, or something, right? The AI would literally answer you. Now we've been able to build an AI called Ayobami AI. So we're just trying to test. The next thing is we're actually going to move on to actually deploy this AI on Instagram. All right. So in this case, you can see I just tested the AI and I said, "Who are you?" It said I'm Ayobami Hotel. I am Ayobami AI, Ayobami Hotel Reservation Specialist. I'll help you book standard and VIP rooms, handle payments, and issue confirmations and receipts. If you like to start, share your preferred dates and route type. You can see that's very intuitive. So let's go ahead to deploy um, so integrations basically in this case is more or less like, let's say you actually built, we already took a workflow. So, you know, payment is already connected and some other things are already connected. So let's assume you are creating your own workflow. You would have to actually select the kind of integrations you want your AI agents to be able to handle. So there are the custom API. Let's say you want it to be able to call an API. There's this aspect where you can connect it to call an API. There's custom MCPs, there's webhooks, there's the data models, but these are for people that are technical. But this is a demo for those that are not really technical. So let's see how we can build something out of it. So we already have the AI can, do some stuff. So I hope I've not lost anybody. So let's go ahead and connect this AI to Instagram. So, but initially I already had my AI connected to my first agent. Um, so I'm actually going to disconnect this Instagram. I actually had it connected to this, right? So I'm going to disconnect and I'm going to go ahead to switch to the AI demo and I'm going to go ahead to connect. All right. So I actually have an Instagram account. So let's assume my Instagram account here is Ayobami's Instagram account. So I'm going to just going to go ahead to log in with that particular Instagram account, and then we're going to chat with Ayobami AI from Instagram. Now we've deployed this AI to Instagram. So let's go ahead to chat with Ayobami on Instagram. So I'm going to use another Instagram account of mine. So I'm going to search for the Instagram account, which is now representing Ayobami AI. So in this case, which is, I think my network seems pretty bad. Still trying to search. Let me see if I already, okay, I've never chatted. Okay, now I've never chatted with it yet on this section. Let me just reload the page. Okay, so this is, okay, I think I'm already logged in, but let me log out. That's now Ayobami AI. So let me log out and log in with another account, like a user. So I have a user called Build Future Hex, right? So let me go ahead to search for Ayobami AI on Instagram. I want to make a booking. So let me go ahead and message. So I'll say hello. So it's going to answer me exactly like Ayobami would have answered me. So we've literally built we've literally built an AI agent that is not just on Bingpay AI Cloud, right? Not just on Bingpay AI Cloud, but now sits on Instagram. As you can see, I said hello, and I said, and then it replied. It said, "Hello, I can help you book an hotel at Ayobami Hotels. For which dates are you looking? To proceed, provide full name, check-in dates, checkout dates, number of guests, room type." Is this making sense to us? Like, are we getting the picture here? If it is making sense to us, please can we give it a thumbs up, or give me a reaction, or you can omit your mic to just say a few things. So I'm gonna reply.
Can
I'm
I do
gonna
voice
say,
as well?
eh?
Can I do voice as well? This is really cool.
Yeah. So I can actually connect it to Instagram. I can actually connect it to WhatsApp, and also I can do this on WhatsApp. So if you remember, um, this is WhatsApp. I can connect it to WhatsApp. I can connect it to Messenger. There's also the mobile SDK, the phone number. There's also the voice. You can actually voice chat it. Let me use the voice icon here. I'm using my desktop. So, but actually, you can try to voice chat it. Let me see if I can voice chat it from my mobile. Yeah, so we can try that out later. But let me just give it all the informations and let's see. Um, so my name is Elisha Odamakinde. Check-in dates, let's say February 8th, 2026. Check out dates February 12th, 2026. Number of rooms, let's say standard. I want standard. Contact email. Let's just say this is my email. Um, phone number. Phone number is payment method. Let's say um, online payment or something. So let's see what the response is going to look like. I've given it all the information it needs, right? So I would love to hear our thoughts. Looking at what I just did, we just created Ayobami AI on Bingpay AI and we deployed it on Instagram. What's our thoughts here? So looking at the response, it says, please confirm this number of guests for Elisha. Standard room from February 8th to February 12th. That's 4 nights. Estimated total is 180,000. Payments method online, blah, blah, blah. Once we've confirmed the number of guests, I'll proceed to charge. Number of guests is, let's say, let's just say one. It's just myself. So let me not overshoot. Let me not shoot myself in the leg. So to not increase my charges. But I think this makes a lot of sense, right? So, I think let me just throw this back to James. James, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I mean, this is something you can actually build, you can actually use as a career path and build it for other people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's within a minute you can learn how to do it. And
Yeah.
already you can start building it for other companies, as a freelancer, right?
Yeah.
So it's we should all be using Bingpay AI. That's what I'm just trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love to hear our thoughts. I think let's open the floor to hear what people think about this and let's get some feedback.
Yeah, we can
Please
move
feel
to
free
question and
to
answer.
unmute your mic. Tell us what you think. Um, so who's going first?
I think Ufoma. So two people raise their hands.
Okay.
Ufoma, let's give it to Ufoma first to speak.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I've been listening to Elisha, and there's a nice product. Sounds so much like a SaaS product, if I'm right.
Mm.
I don't know. You could correct me. I don't know. It sounds like a SaaS product, which is nice. And I think I've spoken to Sam some time ago. I've spoken about this product some time ago. But I want to ask, okay, talking about restaurants, what are the plans or what methods are you going to use for deliveries? Because most restaurants are okay with a lot of product or advert or systems that can be used for marketing or taking orders. But most of the time is what method of delivery are you bringing to these guys? So I don't know if Pinkpay AI has got a solution for that. That's my question.
For restaurant owners, how is Bing Pay AI helping them solve their deliveries? That's the question.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So basically, if you look at the integration section here, um, we have Render. So Render happens to be one of our very strong partners that helps undo deliveries, right? So for instance, look at the way I just built Ayobami AI. You can actually build, there's a workflow here for restaurant ordering. You can activate this, right, for your AI and then connect it to Render. Okay. And that is all. And that is how you build for restaurants, you know. So with that, and we also have, I think we also have Stuart. Yeah. For those of you in the UK, we also have Stuart's. So Render for those in Nigeria. We also have Stuart's that we've integrated with, right? It's just for us to enable it actually. It's for the sake of the demo, we have to just put coming soon. Most of all these things are already working and we're testing them. So like I said, click on the workflow, select restaurants, templates or workflow, and then enable maybe Render or Stuart. If you're in Nigeria, you enable Render. If you're in UK, enable Stuart. And that's all. So literally, you can actually build an AI, connect it to the Instagram of the restaurant, right? Help them take orders on Instagram or on WhatsApp or phone calls, right? And Stuart is going to help the restaurants and do their deliveries. I hope I've been able to answer that question, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll look at it. I'll look at it
Please
again.
please give it a try and give me your feedback. I would like to see you try it with a restaurant around you and let me know what you think.
I'll give it a try. No worries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he actually owns a restaurant. That's why he's asking because he
Wow,
mentioned
you run a restaurant.
So
I think we need to know.
I need to cast him.
Oh wow,
I know.
interesting. So since you run a restaurant, you can actually create. One of the things I would love you to do. Feel free to book a time with me, or book a time with any one of us at Bing Pay AI. I would love to actually see this work for you. Just as you've been able to see how I was able to create the the Ayobami AI, right? I would love to see, how you can actually use this. Give the AI agent explicit instruction. Oh, I don't know what your restaurant name is. Let's assume your restaurant name is um
You can call it
Gloria.
Informal Restaurant for now. Informal Restaurant.
You said?
You
We
can
should-
use his name. Informal.
Okay, Ufoma restaurant. You can say Ufoma restaurant or Ufoma kitchens. Yeah, you are Ufoma kitchen. Your responsibility is to answer so. Just give it explicit instruction, and that's it. And once you've done that, come to the integration section, connect it to either Stuart or Render. If you're in the UK, Stuart. If you're in Nigeria, connect it to Render. And then once you're done with that, just go ahead to deploy it on your channel. Maybe you get a lot of orders on WhatsApp. You can actually deploy on WhatsApp and deploy it on Instagram, right? And every of your customer chatting with you on WhatsApp, it's the AI that's going to be replying on your behalf and is going to be taking orders for you. The same thing on Instagram. And guess what? You can create multiple AI to your account. You can see I already have two AIs, two workspaces. One workspace belongs to one AI. You can create multiple workspaces, integrated to different Instagram accounts, and so many things. That's the power of being AI. All right.
No,
I hope
it's
I'm able
okay.
to answer the question.
Yeah. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. And I'll get back to you,
Mhm.
or any of the team members. That I know. So I'll look at it.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, Ayobami, you are next to ask a question. After you, I think Daniel, I now raise up his hand as well.
Mm.
All right, thank you. So my question is around costs.
Mm.
So to make use of this solution for maybe as a consultant or as a freelancer, if I want to like build a workflow for any business in terms of their use case, the question they will ask me is, what is going to be the cost
Mm.
to me? Is it going to like reduce my cost compared to other solution in the market? So is how does it work out in terms of costs? I think that's the
So,
first question. Maybe I'll have further
so
following question from there.
yeah. So basically, actually, our charges is actually quite very cheap. We actually charge per API call. When per job. Let me put it that way. Um, so for instance, if the AI is able to, um, so for instance, this Ayobami AI, let's assume Ayobami AI is able to close a booking and is able to take the 180,000 from me, right? It pays that 180,000 into your account, right? So per successful booking is the charges, the successful execution of that job, right? So that's what we charge. So let's say you have at the end of the month you have, let's say, 5,000 bookings. So it is 5,000 times about, I think, about $2 or something, right? Per successful booking, and that's literally the way we charge. I hope that makes a lot of sense. So let's say you
So
have 100 bookings, which of course 100 bookings in this case, let's say on the average, one booking is let's say one booking is 50,000 to use to enjoy your hotel, ambience and the likes. And then you have 100 bookings. So that's roughly around, let's say, um, 500, 50,000, that's 5 million, I guess. Yes, 5 million. So literally, we are just charging you 100 times $2. That's like 200. That's $200, right? For the platform for using it for that month. But we are still working on our pricing. So you still have to give it to us. But nonetheless, you can give us those feedback because the AI is literally working for you while you are even sleeping. You know.
hmm.
But of course,
That,
we are improving. We are improving this.
that's really affordable. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for that. Then the next question I have is like, is there like a freelancer marketplace or a consultant marketplace that's associated with BIMPay agentic AI? Something like maybe agents.bimpay.ai/ talent or something, such that businesses that want to book these talents are able to book. That's the first question, and then so that I can just ask the question once and for all. The last question I want to ask is around, because we started from no code, then we moved to AI solution. So is
Mhm.
BIMPay AI trying to do everything, like build the website, build the workflow, or there's a top rated use case Like there's the most prominent use case that Pimple AI is actually most suited for, so that I
So
know. So
the major
sorry,
use
just
case.
let me wrap up so that I know if I have to use Pimple AI for marketing workflow or I just use it for operations workflow within my business or both.
So we are still looking at the major thing right now. The major use case here is operations, right? Being AI is focusing on your daily operations workflow. We are still trying to build in that marketing flow, whereby you can actually build an AI agent that sells your products, sells your restaurant products or your your whatever product or barbing shop product or whatsoever. It starts selling to people on Instagram. It sources customers for you and the likes. But right now, the major thing we've been able to achieve is being AI is literally helping you with your operations, because your operations is how you get a lot of data about your business, and your uh being AI is literally trying to bridge that gap, whereby you're not just getting a lot of data about your business is not just running, but your business is running effectively 24/7. So that's the first aspect uh of what being AI is solving. Of course, we are looking into other verticals, the marketing vertical. We are also looking into the freelance thing that you're talking about. But right now, that's pretty much still early for us, right? But definitely, we are evolving into those things. Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you for having us.
I think we can take maybe one more question. Daniel, I know had a question before. I don't know if he still wants to ask.
Please let him go ahead.
Yes, I'm still actually I'm so much stunned by this because I've seen agents like this on Instagram, but this has exposed me to how the whole thing actually works. So my question now is that does it have a log to update the business owner? For example, now while I'm sleeping and the AI agent
Mm-hmm.
is helping me attend to my customers, is there a log that when I come back online it shows me the whole conversation, or I have to go to the DMs myself and see what is going on?
So that's a very, very important conversation question. I just had this. There's what we call the chat history. You can actually check for the chat history. But in order to answer the question you just said, when you create a workflow, um, let me go to the playground. When you create a workflow, the next thing is you want to set up some level of action. For instance, when the system successfully books an hotel reservation, what do you want it to do? You want it to notify you, right, via an email or via WhatsApp notification or something. That's where you integrate. That's why you create a flow, or you can add something like an action. But aside from that, you can also you can also improve the system prompts by giving it some more explicit information that, oh, once you've been able to book a reservation, right, go ahead to um, let me preview this. You can go ahead and say, okay, um, connect to you can connect let me just say it this way. You can click on integration and collect maybe Google Calendar or connect your email. So it's going to send you an email notification or a Google Calendar notification telling you that, okay, this person booked for so dates. So what I'm trying to say in summary is this: you can create the AI agent and you can connect it to your Google Calendar such that as it's taking money from someone like me to make reservation, right, it is also picking out that time, or it's blocking out those time, right, based on the number of people that are going to be sleeping per day, right? So which means you don't have to be manually entering all these things into your calendar. Once a calendar is completely outly booked, right? It would basically tell the person, okay, this particular day is not available, or pick another day. Another thing is, like you said, which is the email section, you can actually embed a custom API, or you can even connect it to your email. All right, giving it an explicit instruction to send an email notification. All right, so when somebody books on what they call it, on Instagram or on WhatsApp, it will send an email notification of, oh, somebody just paid 1,800 1,800 for 4 nights at your hotel. I hope that answers the question. That's why we have the integration section for you to be able to connect anything, or connect a lot of all these things that you're talking about.
That's very clear to me.
Great.
I think we are done with the questions, or if there are any more, if there's any more question. But we can actually, you guys can actually book a call